Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to your Thursday workout. Let's begin with 2 rounds through 12 calories on your choice, row, bike, or ski, and then grab a lighter kettlebell. We're gonna do 6 reps of a kettlebell bottoms up clean and press. So from the inside of the hip, we're gonna do a clean and press, and then reset. So again, clean, press, and reset. The kettlebell bottoms up position forces you to engage the grip, the shoulder stability muscles, and also it's a little bit trickier to catch it at the shoulder. Do try to get your elbow away from your body and then sneak your hand underneath, as opposed to doing just a reverse curl with the kettlebell, okay? Then we're gonna go to the rings. We're gonna get 8 reps of a ring row. Nothing too crazy, just a nice light body weight pulling exercise, right? And then push up to down dog is the last one. So stretching out our shoulders, do a good deep push up. If you need to use your knees on the way up, that's fine, but shrug and push the floor away to get your ears between your arms and stretch out that overhead position, all right? Next, we're gonna go into our clean warm-up. So the tall clean, this is my favorite clean exercise because it works on the trickiest part of the clean, which is the transition between pulling upward and pulling downward, right? So we'll start with the bar somewhere between my hips and my sternum. I like to say like right about the belly button is a good place to start. Have it touching your body. I'm up on the balls of my feet so my heels are off the ground. I'm gonna initiate this with my arms and not my legs. So I am pulling the bar upward while I'm releasing the pressure from underneath me, right? So that I pull myself down into that catch position and then stand all the way tall, right? That's our tall clean. Get 3 sets of 3 going up progressively in weight. You could do like PVC pipe or trainer bar in the first round, and then empty barbell in the second round, and maybe like 55, 65 pounds on the third round, okay? And when you finish that, now there's some decision stuff to make of like, what am I gonna focus on today? So for the lifting, there is a clean sequence of 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, okay? I would like to see a progression in weight as we go through, whether you're doing this every minute on the minute, or whether you're taking 2-3 minutes rest in between rounds and trying to focus on lifting a heavier weight. You will lift a heavier weight generally if you take more rest in between sets. You will have more time to do the other activities, and you will get more metabolic impact if you do this every minute on the minute and do a little bit lighter weight, okay? So those are your choices today, and you just tune that direction that you feel is more important to you. What I would say is if you feel like just lifting a bit and then doing your Metcon every minute on the minute, moderate load. If you're like, no, I'm really pursuing a heavy clean, I wanna get really good at lifting a heavy weight in those Olympic lifts, then take your rest and maybe we cut the rounds down on the sleds and carries at the end, okay? But wherever you're at, when you finish the lifting, all right, and this will be different for everybody, you just go right outside and get started on your next piece, all right? And that will be 1 length of a sled sprint. So this is going to be a heavy sled push all the way down. 3 plates, 2 plates. Then you're gonna farmer carry. So you set your farmer carry objects down where you're going to finish your sled, right? And then we're picking up our 2 farmer carry items and we're just walking to the opposite end of the parking lot and back, right? All the way down, all the way back, right? And when you get back to where you started, then we're doing another length of the sled sprint all the way back, right? And then you're gonna have to run and go get your kettlebells, but you're gonna do 1 rep, or one kettlebell, and this one I'd like you to hold it in the goblet position, heavy kettlebell, and we're walking in this front rack position all the way down and all the way back, all right? Rest when you finish, and your kettlebells should be together when you're done. You may be at the opposite end of the sled. Somebody may have pushed the sled back to you, but try to have the kettlebells where you're gonna finish that sled sprint when you're done. And eventually you're gonna have to do an extra walk of the length of the parking lot, and that's okay because the whole thing is not for time, it's for effort. So when we do the sled sprint, I want you to be rested enough that you can really sprint all the way down with a heavy sled, 3 plates, 2 plates, and not have to stop in the middle, right? So if you have to stop in the middle with 3 plates, then it's a little bit too much. I don't want you to trudge. I want you to have some quicker feet and explosive movement when we do the sled push. After you finish all of your rounds, then there's a core cash out. Come inside and do 150 ab mat sit-ups, taking as few breaks as you can, not necessarily for time, but just for steady, continuous reps, right? So don't burn it out in the first 25 reps. Just think slow and steady and try not to stop, all right? So as few breaks as possible to get 150 ab mat sit-ups. And that is your workout for today. Have a great one. I'll see you guys on Friday.